Have you ever looked at your dog and wondered, do they actually love me or do they just love that I feed them? It's a question almost every dog owner asks at some point, and the honest answer might surprise you. Because to your dog, you're not just the person who fills the bowl. To your dog, you might genuinely be their entire world, not a part of it, the whole thing. The problem is dogs can't say it out loud. They tell us in quieter ways, through tiny everyday behaviors most owners walk right past without noticing. And once you learn to see them, you'll never look at your dog the same way again. Some of these will make total sense, but the last one is the kind of thing that, once you understand what it really means, genuinely changes how you see your dog forever. Let's start with the one you've definitely seen but probably misread. 1. They follow you from room to room. You get up to go to the kitchen. Your dog gets up. You walk to the bathroom. Your dog is right there at the door. You move to the bedroom, and there they are again, settling down a few feet away like it was the plan all along. Most owners laugh this off. They call it being clingy or being a Velcro dog or just being nosy. But here's what's actually happening. In animal behavior research, there's a concept called the secure base. It comes from studies adapting Ainsworth's strange situation test, the classic experiment used to measure attachment between human infants and their parents, and applying it to dogs and their owners. And what researchers found is striking. Dogs use their owner as a secure base, the exact same way a small child uses a parent. When you're near, the world feels safe enough to relax in. When you move, their sense of safety moves with you. So when your dog follows you from room to room, they're not being needy. They're staying inside the zone where they feel okay. You aren't a piece of their environment. You are the thing that makes the environment feel like home. Think about that for a second. Your dog could be sleeping comfortably on the couch. Instead, they get up and pad down the hallway just to lie on a hard tile floor near you. That's not habit, that's choice. And it's the first quiet way your dog says, "Where you are is where I want to be." 2, they hold eye contact with you. This is the one that has real, hard science behind it, and it's beautiful. When your dog looks into your eyes and just holds it, soft, relaxed, not staring, not tense, something is physically happening inside both of you. In 2015, a landmark study published in the journal Science by Takafumi Kikusui's team at Azabu University in Japan measured what happens during mutual gazing between dogs and their owners. They found that when dogs and owners looked into each other's eyes, both of them had a measurable rise in oxytocin. That's the bonding hormone, the same one released between a new mother and her baby. And here's the part that gives me chills. The researchers ran the exact same test with wolves raised by humans. The wolves didn't do it. They wouldn't hold the gaze because to a wolf, sustained eye contact is a threat. Only dogs do this. Somewhere across thousands of years of living alongside us, dogs evolved to look into human eyes and feel love instead of fear. They essentially borrowed the same bonding wiring that connects human parents and children. So when your dog finds your eyes across the room and just softly holds it, that's not random. That's your dog using a bond that took the entire history of the species to build. They are, in the most literal chemical sense, feeling love for you. And if this is already making you see your dog a little differently, hit like and subscribe. It genuinely helps me reach more dog owners with videos like this. 3, they check in with you when something changes. Watch your dog closely the next time something unexpected happens. A loud noise outside, a stranger at the door, a new object in the room, a weird sound from the TV. What does your dog do in that first split second? They look at you. Most people never notice this, but it's one of the most meaningful things your dog does all day. It's called social referencing. When dogs are unsure about something, they look to their trusted human to find out how to feel about it. If you're calm, they decide it's probably fine. If you tense up, they take it seriously. Your reaction becomes their answer. And this connects directly to something researchers call the safe haven effect. Studies measuring dogs' heart rates during stressful situations, like a stranger approaching, found that dogs stayed significantly calmer when their owner was present than when they faced the same situation alone. You are not just company to your dog. You are their emotional anchor, their reference point for whether the world is safe. Think about what that means. Every time your dog glances at you when something happens, they're saying, "You understand this world better than I do, and I trust your read on it more than my own." There is no bigger compliment one creature can give another. Your dog has handed you the role of interpreter for their entire reality. 4, They completely change the moment you walk in. You've been gone for a few hours. You open the door, and your dog transforms. The whole body wiggle, the tail going like a helicopter. Maybe a toy grabbed off the floor and brought to you. Maybe a happy whine they can't hold in. We see this so often we stop really seeing it. But step back and think about it. Your dog does not greet anyone or anything else in their life this way. Not the mail carrier, not the neighbor, not the most exciting squirrel in the yard. That full-body explosion of joy is reserved for one specific event in their world: you coming home. And here's the part that's easy to miss. It's not just excitement, it's relief. Remember the secure base from earlier? When you leave, that base leaves with you. For however long you're gone, a piece of your dog's sense of safety is simply missing. So when you walk back through that door, what you're seeing isn't only happiness, it's their whole world clicking back into place. The thing that was wrong is suddenly right again. That's why the greeting is so big. To your dog, you didn't just come back from the store. You came back, and now everything is okay again. The same way a young child lights up when a parent walks in, your dog is telling you, you were the missing piece, and now I'm whole. 5. They bring you their things. Your dog walks up and drops a slobbery toy in your lap, or a chewed-up bone, or somehow a single sock they're weirdly proud of. It's easy to read this as just wanting to play, and sometimes it is, but often it's something deeper, and it's worth understanding. Dogs are not naturally wired to give up things they value. In the animal world, a resource, food, a toy, a prized object, is something you guard, not something you hand over. So when your dog willingly brings you their most prized possession and places it in your hands, they are doing something that goes against a deep instinct. They're not just inviting you to play. They're sharing. They're including you in the things that matter to them. And here's the layer underneath that. A dog who brings you their stuff is a dog who has learned that good things happen when they share with you, not bad things. You've never made them feel like they had to protect their treasures from you. That sock, that ratty toy, that's a small act of trust. Your dog is saying, this is important to me, and you're important to me, so I want you to have it. They are letting you into their inner world, one chewed-up toy at a time. 6. They fall into a deep sleep when you're near. Remember at the start when I said the last sign is the one that genuinely changes how you see your dog? This is it. We tend to think of sleep as nothing special. Dogs sleep a lot, right? But how your dog sleeps, and especially where, tells you something profound. In the wild, sleep is the most dangerous thing any animal does. When you're asleep, you can't watch for threats. You can't run. You're completely exposed. So animals only allow themselves to fall into a deep, vulnerable sleep when some part of their brain has decided it is truly safe to do so. Now think about your dog. Think about the way they sleep when you're home, flopped on their side, belly exposed, legs twitching through a dream, so deeply out that they don't even hear you stand up. That is not just tiredness. That is the single biggest statement of trust your dog is capable of making. Your dog has looked at the situation, registered that you are there, and concluded, I don't need to keep watch. He's got it. She's got it. I can let go completely. And it goes further. Many dogs choose to sleep touching their owner, or pressed against the bedroom door, or in a spot where they can hear you breathe. They are using their most defenseless hours, the hours when every survival instinct says, stay alert, to be close to you. And here's where all 6 signs come together. The following you from room to room, the eye contact that releases the bonding hormone, the checking in when they're unsure, the explosion of relief when you come home, the sharing of the things they treasure most, and now this, surrendering their guard completely, just to sleep near you. Every single one of these is your dog saying the same thing in a different language. You are safe. You are home. You are the one I trust with everything. So the next time your dog follows you into a room, or holds your gaze, or drifts off to sleep at your feet, understand what you're really being told. To you, your dog is a wonderful part of your life. But to your dog, you are not a part of their world. You are the whole thing. And that is the most loyal, most complete love you will ever be given by anyone. Don't let a single quiet sign of it pass you by unnoticed.